Like I tried to tell somebody before, people don't understand why they do certain things. Don't think people automatically know what you're talking about. Don't think people automatically know what you're feeling. Don't think people automatically know what you're doing. They don't. Believe me, people don't know a large majority of the time what it is that they're even doing. You understand what I'm saying? If you don't, let me remind you. Case in point, the person you see on the profile picture or the thumbnail, right? Slim Shady, Eminem. For some reason, that guy's been put in a position, right? He's been put in a position to do something so great, but he had such a push, such a meteoric push to get him to where he is at that point. He did have the gift to rap, but I tell you, people didn't even know what it is that they're doing now. We're in this club. We ain't gonna say club's name. It was 2005. We're in this place, and this club never used to play rap music. Nothing. We used to beg them to play some hip hop. How dare them turn their back on hip hop and they played all this other music. And they wouldn't play any hip hop, no matter how popular it was. This club would never play the music ever. There was never any hip hop records, nothing coming out. So everyone's living. Like, man, we ain't going to that place, man. They don't do anything. They only want to play stepping music and all this extra. About a year later, they still don't play any rap music, but they're playing Eminem, who's rap, to say, okay, we're covering rap now, but they only have Eminem. That started to strike a chord with people. And then that was in 2007, I believe, when that happened. And they started playing Eminem records and saying, oh, we play rap now. It's like, okay, well, what's your selection? Eminem. That was in 2007. Now, same thing, fast forwarded, 2016, with another bar. We go in, and when we get there, me, Taz, and Trey, I think it was me, Taz, and Trey at that time that walked in there. We're the three only black people in there. The only three black people in there. And they got one of those jukeboxes now where it's digital thing where you got the app on your phone and you can play the music. And so when we walk in, it's nothing but regular old whatever they was ordering off the thing, whatever Poker Face by Lady Gaga is going off. All of these things are popping off here. Next thing you know, you turn to your other side and somebody's coming over to ask you what you want. And Taz looked like no, Taz got tattoos everywhere, got a beard, it's kind of husky. So they scared of Taz. Trey is more like me. He about my size. We don't look intimidating. Taz looks intimidating. So they just want to keep Taz happy. So they come take our order, whatever. They say whatever beer they want to get. Hey, what's up, Tori? I see they let somebody in the door. They're not sending anything out right now. So next thing you know, but before anybody could even blink, here comes through the side of the door a couple more people that come in the room. And they're just like they heard, like there's some blacks that showed up here today. Next thing you know, we're sitting down at the table, we talking, and the music changed. And it just changed to hip hop. And it's nothing but Eminem. They changed the narrative to try to make us more comfortable. Like if we hear hip hop, we're gonna calm down and we had plans to be uptight. This is gonna make us feel more at home. If we listen to Eminem, it's like let's play some Eminem. Let's play some rap music. Let's play Eminem. People don't even know why they do certain things. This is what I'm trying to tell you. They don't even know why they're doing that. They're thinking that this is gonna connect us by them playing Eminem. Taz don't listen to no damn Eminem. Trey don't listen to no Eminem. I listen to Eminem. They can't stand it. So if you play an Eminem song with them, they might throw up. But each one of us are different. Me, I listen to everything. They have their own different type. Taz listens to Black Thought, Most Def. He's in that era. Tribe Called Quest. That's his hip hop era. He don't do anything that's hard. He's Lupe. That's Taz. I mean, that's I'm sorry, that's Trey. Trey does that. Taz, he's listening to I kicked in the door, smacked him in the face with the burner. He's with the grimy Beanie Siegel. That's his rappers. He likes anything from Philly. Okay, that's Taz. None of this fits with the Eminem core. So they don't resonate with him. I can listen to Eminem, but certain songs. But they're trying to do it as a bridge to connect. And I'm curious as to why would you choose Eminem records? Why wouldn't you choose all the categories of rap? Why would you grab Eminem? Because it's what they relate to. Exactly, Tori. Because he's white. That's it. That's their only connection to it. Because if Eminem songs were performed by a black artist, they wouldn't give a damn. They wouldn't give a damn. All they saw was his skin tone. I mean, Eminem actually knew the only reason he sold is not because he's white. Eminem sold records because he's good. So don't get it twisted. The white part was the gimmick. That was just the gimmick to sell to get them through. but he's never gonna make it if we don't accept it as an MC. If blacks respect him as, hey, this dude's an MC, he for real. If we don't give him the validation stamp, white America can't crown him. We had to validate him as a real MC, which we did. Real MCs validated him. So when real MCs did that, they were like, whoa, okay, so Eminem is for real. Then they could put the stamp on it, and now they want to make him king of everything. You see, and that's where they screw it up. And he even began to drink the Kool-Aid. But that's just another example of people do things that they don't even know why. When people now they listen to rap, Caucasian people, why do you run to Eminem? Why do you just grab him? Of course. I'm not mad that people white like Eminem. That's not my complaint here. I mean, he looks like them. Why wouldn't they listen to him? You want to see somebody that like resembles you? If you're a suburbanite or even a city kid, trying to fit into a genre or whatever, and you see Eminem, he's kind of reflective of you. Believe me, I know kids like him or who was like that with the hoodie, the hat. They were more street than me. They hung out with some of the most dangerous people in the world. Just go to Hammond, Indiana. You'll meet some of the most grimiest dudes, white people you ever seen in your life. They ain't scared of nothing. Too late, Banky. You already even put that craziness out there. Talking about Eminem looks. Looks. Look like what? They tried to make him into a sex symbol to sell to these little teen magazines. Because Eminem was on the cover of magazines that rap was not even allowed in. But it did nothing for the state of hip hop. It didn't take hip hop to a new plateau once Eminem was getting success out of it. He was basically milking hip hop for his own success. He got popular off of it, but it didn't do anything for anybody else in the culture. It didn't bring no new exposure to us. It didn't bring any new dollars in. He walked through the door basically and got a movie, then gave 50 Cent a movie. 50 Cent got a movie in one album. One album out, he gets a damn movie. Are you kidding me? Well, once you understand what Jay is, why do you think you got all these people coming out talking about Jay Z did this, Jay Z did that, Jay Z screwed me, Jay Z blackballed me, Jay Z shelved me? Why do you think all that is? Why do you think there's so many different people saying that? Why do you keep people like, man, that's kind of petty. That's like 20 years ago. You still holding on to that? He wouldn't be petty if if he was to let it go, would he? What'd he do? Now, yesterday I had about a good hour conversation with Mace. Me and Mace spoke for about a good hour yesterday, and we was just talking about life in general, things that happen. And he's telling me he was working on an album. He's gonna get ready to do something, and somebody prevented him from doing it. I wouldn't say that. What do I think about Lost Tapes too? I'll let you know on Carcino for Life channel today. I mean, they just never did any of these different things for other hip hop artists, even after Eminem. When Eminem was gone, they never reached out and said, you know what, let's do all this extra stuff for all these other artists. No, Eminem, that's who they wanted. MTV has never vested any type of real money into hip hop like they did Eminem. They actually signed on as basically promoters of one artist instead of hip hop. When they had Yo MTV Raps and all that stuff was going on, they basically like let the show, go ahead and do what they want with promoting artists. Then MTV come up with this TRL stuff, and from the TRL, what come out of that? They had a whole Eminem promo on TLR, like it was Eminem Day. The whole network was designed to market Eminem. The man made a song basically dissing homosexuals called Criminal. And I love that song because I'm like, man, this is great because nobody was. And they came and attacked him. Glad came out and attacked him. They didn't want to pay Glad money. So because they didn't want to pay Glad any money, they came after him. And ever since then, he's been on an apologetic tour because they were threatening to shut down his whole career because they had the power to do it, even when you sell 10 million records. I'm looking at flashbacks now on MTV of the Eminem days. I'm quite sure MTV was the biggest promoters of Eminem at that time. Like he was on there like every day. Now he can't do these things if the songs weren't great. He had good songs early on in his first 3 years. He did great things, but people were doing things they had no idea why. So people nowadays they don't even understand that they've been programmed and brainwashed into believing they gotta have some Eminem, no matter what the music sounds like, no matter if this music is good or garbage, they just gotta have Eminem. That's all they know. And that's how the marketing works. Is the person who's being brainwashed. It's not like a sign go off in your brain saying that you're brainwashed. You just don't understand it. It's like people who root for LeBron James. You're not basing it on how he plays the game. You're not basing it off his skill. You're not basing it off anything that makes common sense of how you would judge any other player in the game. You're basing this off highlights. You're basing this off commercials. You're basing this off Instagram. You're basing this off of his points at the end of this total score. You're basing it off ESPN and the articles that they write. You're basing it off of the marketing. So what I try to do is awaken people. And when you try to wake people up, they don't want to be woke. A lot of people like to be asleep. When you first wake somebody up, what's the first thing they want to do? Go right back to sleep. They don't want to get up. So they mad at you for waking them up. But they get up because they realize they have to get up. Everyone said, well, it's not Eminem's fault that this happened. No, it's just that he realized it was happening and didn't do anything about it. That's even worse. Then you try to act like, you know what, I am the king, and no, no, no. Then be like, well, why be a king when I could be a god? You're neither. You're neither. You're a guest. And no longer how long you've been in the game, you're 20 years or whatever, you're still a guest. This is not your home. I mean, let's look at it now. A lot of us would. That's all I'm gonna say on that. But people do things that they don't even know why they're doing it. Take you hints back. 2 weeks ago, Donald Trump did something, and people were outraged about it and was complaining about, hey, why don't they do something about what's going on in the city of Chicago? I thought you were going to bring armored tanks in here, bring in the National Guards, and do all these things. And some Trump supporter come through. He did. The mayor wouldn't let him bring the National Guards in the city. The mayor, Rahm Emanuel, he wouldn't let him do it. And he decided to get involved, some conservative. And he's all red and adamant in defending Trump. And it's like, wow, that's crazy because he's so wrong. And it's funny because he's mad about a situation he knows nothing about. Missing black children in the city of Chicago. This is a conservative white guy who's like way past the blue line. who doesn't even care about the situation. All he wants to do is defend Trump. And anytime he doesn't even know why he's doing it. He's just doing it just because he don't want to be on the wrong side of the track. That's it. He don't want to be on the wrong side of the track. So when it all goes down, he wants to be on the side that's right. So he got to defend it because he doesn't want to look stupid. But what he doesn't realize is that everything he said didn't make any sense because you not only didn't cover anything that the person was talking about. Donald Trump didn't do anything but talk. No action. Donald Trump is the president of the United States of America. You tell me Rahm Emanuel has more pull than the president of the United States of America? He could tell the president, nah, you can't bring martial law in here, you can't bring troops in here. And I'm like, you expect another human being who's grown to believe that? Well, no, that's because he got Obama, and Obama's got power. He's got a lot of political pull. He's friends with Hillary Clinton. And I'm like, so what you're saying is Trump is powerless. He has no power. In your words, in your eyes, Trump is he's powerless then. So why are you rooting with a powerless guy? He said you love to Saved by the Bell. Dude, that thing is like 40 minutes long. No way you finished that already. But I'm glad you like it. Have I been to sleep yet? Only for about 2 hours. I know people try to pretend to care about situations they don't care about. That's what baffles me. It's like you don't care. You know you don't care. See, white society doesn't care about black society, Hispanic society, or nobody else's society but them. I'm not saying white people. I'm saying white society. Entirely different. Because there are some white people that really care what's going on. They try to get involved and help, and they do things. It's not that. We're talking about the overall picture. White society does not care about black society, Hispanic society, or anybody else's society. Okay? Their problem is they want black society and Latino society to care about white society, even though they know they don't care about your society. Now, black society, they care about black society. Hispanic society, Latin society, whatever, they care about Latin society. But now, black society is being made to feel guilty for caring about black society. Hey, why don't you care about what's going on with the white guy? You don't care about white society enough. You got to be diverse. You guys got to be a little bit more diverse. While white society, they don't have to do anything but just be white society. But they want you to care about their situation, though they care nothing about yours. Translation: somebody from a upper, rich, upper, high class, went to a very rich, privileged school, never have to face none of the problems that happen in the inner city. The inner city is complaining that the city or whatever the government is not doing what they're supposed to do to help protect those people who lives in this flourishing and non-flourishing environment, but a very poor environment, who's getting nothing from their benefits of their taxes, and they're complaining about the system that's broken where they are. And somebody from that rich upper class is watching it on the news, all of a sudden wants to make a comment on social media or Twitter. Why are they complaining? And they're doing all this violence against each other. And if they stop doing that, then the government will be giving them money. Why? See, this is what we're talking about. You have no knowledge of the situation. You don't understand that person's pain or what they're going through. You don't live in that world. You don't live in that environment. Yet you got something to say. And meanwhile, you're living in a very plush area and living a very plush lifestyle. You don't really care. You just wanted to talk about it because the topic's on social media and you want to be involved and try to look like there's something interesting about it when you're really shallow and you only care about yourself. It'd be like you care so much about black problems and you're so diverse. How many black people you have around you? How many black people you know? How many black people are in your circle? How many black people has been in your house? None, zero to the all of the above. So how would you even understand or be able to talk about black pain or what they're going through in the struggle? You have no idea. So they have no frame of reference, but yet they're involved. Henceforth the point. Television, school system, everything is made to program you. So you do things you have no idea why you're doing them. Blacks, you guys are buying Jordans. Do you ever notice that? Nike don't really even make Jordan commercials. Do you realize that? There's not really any Jordan commercials out. But you guys know when the Jordan X5 Max is coming, the limited edition Bugs Bunnies that cost 300, 400 bucks, and you act like you're gonna die if you don't have them. It's crazy. It's insanity. They show what all these billionaires were wearing. They had a $69 guy had on a $69 polo shirt. Cost him $69. The watch he had on cost him $78. He had on a pair of slacks that cost $39.95. Shoes Cost like $88 or something like that. Socks got from a place. Came in a pack for like $12.95, and they showed how much his net worth was, like 1.2 billion. They showed the black guy shirt was $285. Gold chain around his neck cost about 2 grand. He's got on a watch that he iced out. He's spending all this money on the watch, and it costs like about 10 grand or whatever, five to 10 grand. And all the pants cost 300 to 400 bucks. The gym shoes, 400 bucks. And they added up the cost and what that guy made a year compared to what the billionaire made a year. And that's why he had nothing in savings, none in investments, nothing, nothing. All his accounts were drained. He had nothing. You don't even know you've been programmed from the day you entered the school system to not have anything, to not learn banking, to not learn financial structure. They don't teach you finance in school. Go to any grammar school. You never was taught finance. They never teach not in the black schools. They're not teaching you finance. They're not teaching you anything about how to save your money. They don't teach you anything about finance. Why more kids are not pushed towards math? If you push them towards math, they would learn a lot more. They wouldn't fall in so many pitfalls because they know the balance of numbers. They understand like this doesn't add up. People with the lack of knowledge of numbers make these mistakes over and over again. And it's continuous.
You know what's better? That's for me, dog. You ain't my fucking father. I'm a grown man.
People are programmed themselves and they do things they don't even know why. People are getting dreadlocks. Why? People got long braids over their face. Why? Why now do you want dreadlocks? Why now do you want all these things? Because you saw it on television. Because it's being shoved down your throat with everybody who you see on the music and everything else. You want to have it. You think it's hot. Wu-Tang had the fangs in their mouth. With the fronts, with the fangs, vampire fangs, I thought those were the illest things ever created. I wanted them, but I knew why I wanted them. Method Man had them. The RZA had them. I had to have it. I cut it off because I never would have had it that long in the first place. I never wanted my hair like that. I don't like hair touching my ears, period. I had surgery here, so I could not get a haircut until the cut healed. You remember my surgery mark is right in my lining. It goes right through my lining, everything. So they had to cut all up in here and do a whole bunch of things so that they wouldn't mess up my lining. They were worried hair wouldn't grow back, in that spot. So, they had to, you know, make the incision. They were trying not to make it really big and see if they can still go in and do what they had to do. Yeah, I'm not a tattoo lover either. I just don't think tattoos make a person sexy at all. And people need to just really, get out of that phase. And that's another thing. Certain thing people do that doesn't make any sense, and they don't even know why they do it. They just, oh, I want a tattoo right here of a rose. Then they be, oh, I want cat paws. Remember those little dog prints? Those little cat paw prints was the new thing. That was hot. Now it's I need one a tattoo on my foot. Oh, thanks, Shaq, and happy birthday again, bro. Thanks for the super chat. I appreciate it. Right now they got to get their name tattooed on them. They got to get their kids' names tattooed. I'm like, are you gonna forget your kid's name? She's like, no. I'm like, then why you got it tattooed on you? Cause I want my kids to be with me forever. I'm like, they right here. They're always gonna be with you forever. Tattoo don't bring that to life. That just means that you just got some stuff put on your arm. That's it. That doesn't make anything special. Your kids are gonna be there for you no matter what. They're gonna be with you for life. Even if they pass away, they're gonna be right by you. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna go take another nap before I get ready for this fight and everything. I got a couple of videos coming out. Yesterday, I kind of like, was a little too busy to do some stuff. Uh, I got a couple of things done yesterday that you guys will probably see today. But it's the Pacquiao fight today, so there will be a post fight on the Casino for Life page. But meanwhile, let me get up out of here.